Greetings. On behalf of the Wisconsin Department of Workforce Development, I'm Secretary Amy Pahacek. It's my pleasure to share with you some of the tremendous progress we've made to improve DWD's customer service and modernize our antiquated unemployment insurance system. Later in this video, you'll see a new effort underway to streamline processes for employers and a demonstration of the work in progress to establish the new UI system that calculates and pays benefits to claimants. While these efforts are ongoing, and in today's world, the process of modernization is never complete, we are incredibly proud of the progress we've made. So, a little background is in order. All the way back in September of 2020, the country was in the midst of the COVID-19 crisis, and thousands of Wisconsinites were out of work. We had a backlog of 770,000 UI claims waiting to be paid, and our unemployment insurance system, or UI for short, was still running on a Nixon-era mainframe computer. The UI system was antiquated, and I'm talking about the black screen with the green blinky cursor where you have to press F5 to navigate between the different screens. And any documents needed to be sent to the department from claimants, well, they had two options. They could mail them or fax them to us. And when those documents reached our offices, they had to be manually entered into the system for processing. It was wild. So to stem the tide, the UI division increased staffing from around 600 team members to almost 2,000 people to take on that mountain of claims. But it was painfully obvious that we were going to need a technology solution to solve this problem that was impacting the lives of thousands of people. In November of 2020, we executed a contract with Google and built an artificially intelligent super adjudicator to process claims, which cleared the backlog by December of 2020. While the Google experts called it a predictive analytics tool, we called her Judy. And Judy, the artificially intelligent super adjudicator, was able to learn all of the eligibility rules of the unemployment system in the state of Wisconsin by ingesting between 3 and 4 million previously fully processed claims. We then fed Judy the backlog, and she was able to go through and tell us which claims should be payable and which ones she didn't think would qualify. And those claims that Judy didn't think were eligible are the claims that we then sent to our staff members, our team members, to do a full investigation and to work with the affected people. Our approach was the first of its kind in the nation and has been validated numerous times through audits and reviews. But we didn't stop there. Once the backlog was cleared, we turned our attention to other modernization needs. Using federal dollars from the American Rescue Plan Act, the Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Economic Security Act, and pandemic grants from the U.S. Department of Labor, we continued modernization efforts. This includes our single largest modernization project to replace the entire system behind that COBOL-based green blinky screen with a fully modernized system. This project involves the development of a cloud-based benefit system that's able to quickly adapt to meet current and changing UI needs. It involves integration of significant custom software development, along with off-the-shelf software and cloud-based solutions. The entire UI dashboard has been streamlined from input to output for users and DWD staff. Meanwhile, the upgraded UI claims portal features better functionality with secure document upload, a message center for direct communication from claims specialists, text notifications, a mobile-friendly design, and the option to file for an appeal. Along the way, we've also made other key improvements to enhance customer service and improve the user experience. This includes enhancements that make it easier to file for UI benefits by updating the language for both the initial and weekly UI claims applications. These applications now feature plain language as much as possible. We've also expanded support by DWD's online chatbot, Maddie Moo. Originally focused on job service, Maddie also now offers a support role for individuals filing UI claims and seeking other assistance, allowing users to gain access to vital information more quickly and get their questions answered in real time. Maddie has been implemented on key UI internet web pages and is available in English, Spanish, and Hmong. In the months ahead, we intend to make Maddie even smarter. True to our core work, we have continued to make accessibility improvements for people with low vision and other challenges. We've also continued our focus on fighting fraud and improving security so that the UI program can be administered with integrity. Our modernization strategy reflects an iterative approach to roll out phased customer service improvements in a timely way while claims processing continues uninterrupted. To do this, UI staff have taken a vertical slice of the full application process to determine all the items that a modern system needs to address. This critical step gives us a viable solution to replace the legacy system in a way that is the least disruptive to customers and the UI system as a whole. This approach has been identified as the preferred approach to UI modernization by the US Department of Labor. To give you all a better idea of just what these improvements will mean for all UI system users, our team put together a couple of videos to walk us through typical user experiences. The first video will demonstrate how the benefit calculation and liability engine will support interactions between someone filing a claim and UI staff. The second video demonstrates how UI modernization efforts will streamline the experience for employers.
The benefit calculation and liability engine will improve customer service and facilitate the processing of initial claims and decisions. Imagine a scenario in which a person has never filed a claim for unemployment insurance benefits, also referred to as UI benefits, and is now submitting a new initial claim. The claim information that the individual submitted is immediately available to UI staff without delay or interim processing. The individual contacts DWD's claimant assistance line to get information about the processing of their claim. They want to know if the claim was received and whether there are updates on the processing of their initial claim. The claim specialist reviews the claim history and sees the initial claim was received and a computation of UI benefits generated. Then they check the benefit calculation screen that shows potential benefit eligibility. They communicate to the claimant an estimated weekly benefit rate of $160 and their total benefit eligibility based on work history of $3,520. The claim specialist also informs the claimant that DWD is seeking additional wage information from the employer. The claim specialist is also able to inform the claimant that, in addition to the employer wage request, there is an unresolved issue related to the separation from a previous employer that requires additional review. The claimant will be notified once that issue is resolved. Until then, the payment remains in a pending status. The benefit specialist verifies all the necessary information and determines that the issue is resolved and submits a decision. That decision will be communicated to the modern system immediately and correspondence will be generated. Now imagine that the claimant calls back to get an update on the processing of their claim. The claim specialist is able to update the claimant that the additional wage information has been added and their weekly benefit rate is now $200, and the total benefit eligibility based on their work history is now $5,200. The claim specialist then navigates to the weekly certification activity page and can verify and tell the claimant all issues are resolved and payment has been processed. As you can see, there is significant progress to streamline all elements of a UI claim. However, DWD still has more work to do to address every potential circumstance that can arise in a claim. We plan to provide future updates as we make additional progress. Now, we want to share our early page designs for a new streamlined, secure employer portal. This overview uses the notice of separation as a sample of how secure messaging could be used to efficiently communicate with employers.
In this demo, we'll share a new, modernized experience that will streamline how DWD benefit specialists and employers interact when handling tax and benefit-related requests. Today, DWD staff initiates a request by mailing a letter and a form to the employer, who completes and returns the form to the agency. Subsequent information gathering is done by email or phone. With the new experience, the process will be standardized and streamlined, allowing employers to provide all required information, communicate with DWD staff, and upload any supporting documents in one central online location. In the new experience, the agent can track all previous requests and initiate a new request from one screen. After completing a few key items, the request is created in the system, and an email notification is sent to the employer. No need for a letter or a paper form to be mailed. The email notification will alert the employer that DWD has sent a new request and prompts them to log into the new employer portal to provide all required information and to upload their documents. Now, let's go back to the benefit specialist experience. At this point, the agent can review the information and the files that were submitted. Additional outreach can be conducted using the Messages feature. This new capability enables DWD and the employer to securely communicate with each other about a specific request. The employer can respond to the message and even include documentation as attachments for further review. The benefit specialist and the employer can continue their conversation using the Messages feature until the request is satisfied.
As you can see, we've been making unprecedented changes to modernize and strengthen our UI system and service delivery model, and there is more work to be done. Our ultimate vision is a system of modern end-to-end services for DWD customers, including claimants and employers. These services must be timely, accurate, and inclusive. DWD's vision also includes modern tools for our staff to administer the UI program, because modern tools for staff means better customer service. Even as we achieve this vision step by step, it is important to recognize that ongoing investment that will be needed so that we never fall behind again. I am proud of the progress our staff and partners have made to date. On behalf of DWD, thank you for your continued support.